Everything I love, all we love is this life. But the love, but the mic, yeah.
Every week, we're going to be starting with a new song from an indie artist. And this week,
what you doing this week?
we're going to be starting with my guy, CSW.
You always outside. I'm like,
Back
yeah,
to
that's the
myself.
point.
Because you see what we doing, man.
Helping everybody else, I gotta.
We getting back to ourselves out here.
You mean?
Let's go.
She like, all right, hit me.
I'm getting back to myself. I've been out and about in this world, but I'm getting back to myself.
Let's go.
I've been talking to some of these girls, but I'm getting back to myself. I've been giving my homies referrals, but I'm getting back to myself.
What'd he say?
I'm getting back to myself. I've been out and about in this world, but I'm getting back to myself. I've been talking to some of these girls, but I'm getting back to myself.
Come on.
I've been giving my homies referrals, but I'm getting back to myself.
Come on.
Look, I love the crib more than being outside. Couldn't tell how I'm using my time. You can tell that I've been on my grind. Musically, I'm doing organized crime. Physically, I am for sure on my prime. Mentally, I let it out when I write. That don't mean that I'm alright. Every day I gotta fight. Do you know what that's like?
Damn, DJ JSO.
And listen, man, if you want to hear the rest of that, you got to go tap in with my guy, CSW, man. That's CSW on all streaming platforms. The song is Back to Myself, man. By the way, you're locked in with your guy, DJ JSO, for another episode of the Mike XM, the show where we amplify the culture. You dig me? So this week, we're going to be starting with, do artists have an obligation to their fans and their supporters via their lyrical content? And we talking lyrical content here. And I'm starting this episode like this for a reason. And the reason that is, man, because it been a lot going on in the media. I'm not sure if anybody noticed. I'm not sure if anybody hip to what's really going on. But it been some serious lines drawn in the sand. At least that's the quote from the person who created the topic for today. You know, and that is, do artists, and I'm asking you too. I'm asking you, do you feel like artists have an obligation to their fans via their lyrical content? Because they know, and let me dissect this a little bit for those it's not hitting right. But but man, it's like, if I speak about a certain thing, right, in my music, and this reaches millions of people, it reaches millions and millions of people, does it matter what I'm actually saying? I'm reaching millions of people, right? So it don't matter if I'm doing whatever I'm doing in my personal life, but my music, my lyrical content, it reaches millions of people. Does it matter what they're saying? Like, and I know there's been a topic before, but it's never been such a huge topic than right now. And like I said, it's because some serious lines been drawn in the sand. Some serious lines been drawn in the sand. And the reason I say that is Dee-1 recently went on Sway in the Morning, for his interview. This is what artists do. When artists, they making a wave. He just dropped the new album, Uno. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to go talk about the album Uno and exactly what his mission is and what he actually talking about on this album. And on this album, he pretty much gave you lyrical content. He gave you bars. I did a whole review about the album, so you can go check that out. But outside of that, the purpose basically was to elevate culture, elevate his fans, give them non-killer music, non-sexualization music, and still be lit. And I think that it was like a challenge. I think he put himself to a test that most artists run away from. But before I get all the way into that, let's go really into the details. So on Sway in the Morning, Dee-1 basically calls out rapper Meek Mill. He says, he actually called out a couple different people. He called out Meek Mill. He calls out Jim Jones. He called out, and when we say call out, it just sound bad. It just sound bad when you say something like, oh, he called them out. Like, no, it was basically like he made a statement like saying, like, me on this journey of putting myself in this position to elevate my lyrical content so that I'm not putting out a low vibrational message to my fans. I challenged myself to make this album Uno, and I think it was dope. Again, I listened to the album, but again, go check out that review. It's on the channel. DJ JSO Music. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you subscribe to this channel too, the Mike XM. We putting on the wave. Lots of more interviews to come. We interviewed a lot of dope people, man. I don't know if you checked out the FH Snoop interview. Make sure you go check that out. I don't know if you checked out the DJ Crazy interview, the DJ Alamo interview, the DJ Ismatic from Hip Hop Since 1987. Come on, man. I've been doing this for a minute, bringing in them hitters, man. So make sure y'all go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all leaving them comments. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate support is free. It just take a couple seconds, couple minutes of your time to share with me. You're watching anyway, so you might as well tap in. But anyway, outside of that, man, so Dee-1 basically said in his statement of the music that, you know, Meek Mill, you can do better. You know, Rick Ross, you could do better. Jim Jones, you could do better. You know, y'all at a certain age where y'all OGs in the game, and you pretty much can shed light on situations versus dignifying them. Like, right. So that was like his whole stance, where it's like, oh, it's a difference between like the glorification and the narration or the education of something, right? And he was like, yeah, I might say something about weapons and something, but I'm saying my joy is my weapon. Like, so I'm switching it around. I'm giving it a new meaning to rap, right? So, and then in that sense, these artists definitely did not take it as a challenge, like a lyrical challenge. They went off the rails. I'm gonna drop the little clip right there so you can see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop the little clip. For those that's listening on the audio, you're gonna be able to hear it.
Rick Raw, you could do better. I gotta see you do better. Wait. Little man, whoever you is, until you feed the kids where you from for 20 years straight. Don't question Rose. Wait. Until you buy 10,000 bikes, 10,000 trikes. Give all the young girls who pregnant Pampers for Christmas for 20 years straight. Don't question boss. You heard me, little man? Get that basket off your head so you could think clear, little man. You going viral for speaking on niggas' names, not because of your talent, not because of your gift. Go viral, player, off of your wisdom that you sharing. You speaking on this, yeah, Meek Mill, boy, you know how many niggas died this summer? They released self-destruction. It's niggas dying right now. It's gonna be niggas don't make it to see in the morning. Get that basket off your head, boy, and come together with real niggas around the world. So when your grandma need a kidney, nigga, since you wanna go viral, I'm gonna show you how to go viral, little man, but go viral feeding them kids in your hood. Go viral Christmas time now. Don't be saying Jim Jones just gave away goddamn 6 figures worth of clothes in his hood, and you a nigga who talking, looking vegan, knowing you eat more goddamn Piggly Wiggly bacon than any other nigga out here. Shut up.
So this is crazy, right? So Rick Ross go off and does that. You know, he goes off and he gets in his bag, calls him all types of basket heads and all that. If you follow Dee-1, then you know he's been discussing this over the last couple of weeks since he did the Sway in the Morning interview. Jim Jones does an interview recently, probably about a few days, maybe a week old now, that same thing. He in his bag, Ross, don't mention my name. Young boy might not like how you mention my name. Had to come, you know what I mean?
Really do a lot for the people.
Mm-hmm. He talked about lyrics.
I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
In real life, I do a lot for the people. Miss me with the rhetoric about what I do in my music. I get money off my music. Don't tell me how to make my dollars. You gotta watch whose names you mentioning out here.
Mm-hmm.
You heard?
Yeah.
Because my little cousin might not like how you mention my name. You heard? And then he might want to slap a dread out your head just because he don't understand that you're using my name for fame, and he don't understand that.
Yeah.
There's a certain way to go about certain things when you're using certain people's name. When you do certain things, it's a reaction for every action.
What's the best way?
It's out now. It ain't no best way to have a conversation. He got to see me when he see me now.
Okay.
You heard?
So, and it's crazy how something so simple escalates to, you know, like that far. You know what I'm saying? And I know when a person says things like, I love you too much not to be honest with you, or you know what I'm saying? And repeatedly, he says, you know what I'm saying? He respect these brothers. You know what I'm saying? He never actually meant any disrespect or harm towards these brothers, but essentially they did not take it that way. Yeah, they going straight for the gun bust. But honestly, and this was another thing, I feel like other media, the way it get taken, like the way it get carried, like most people only post, you know, the hype part of it, right? And I could say myself guilty of it too. If you go into Mike XM, you see I posted where he said, Meek Mill, you could do better. And obviously I'm from Philly. Number one, I'm from Philly. So if anything, I would have felt something like, are you coming at Meek, bro? Like, you just said you gave out his sneakers, right? You know what I mean? But then I already knew, because I have a overstanding of the situation and everything that's going on right now. And this is not just music. This is life. This is culture, right? So we amplify the culture. So essentially what I understood was this was a lyrical challenge, like the same way we got hype over verses and all that, and Usher throwing Usher bucks in the club.
Nigga, I got my Usher bucks straight from the man.
I mean, I thought they was gonna get hype over like, oh, so what you saying, you rap better than me? Like, so what you saying, you rap better than me? And then people add on to it, right? And let me say this. So Joe Budden recently did an episode. Joe Budden podcast, episode 673. Y'all can go check that out. But where he talked about it for a little bit, and he basically made it seem like D1 was clout chasing. Like, and this is crazy because Joe Budden recently just got attacked by Drake because he gave commentary on his album. And Drake basically was like, man, you ain't even qualified to comment on my album. You know what I'm saying? And you just was saying, and your episode and that episode, and I should have got the number of that episode too, where you was saying like, I've been in the industry so many times, so if anything, I am qualified, and gave all of these reasons why you're qualified to commentary on something, but then try to dequalify this man for wanting to challenge them to a hierarchy of lyrical content. Not saying like, okay, and then this is what he said, and this is what everybody I keep missing, right? Where he skips over Rick Ross and Jim Jones a lot, for real, right? Rick Ross, I feel like he was a little bit tight about. So he always mentioned like the little boy and the basket head that Rick Ross called him. So that you could tell that kind of stung a little bit. That would have stung me too. I got locks too, bro. Like that shit would have stung. You know what I'm saying? We get it. But outside of that, you know what I'm saying? He tried to skip over them. You know what I'm saying? And he always go to Meek. And he go to Meek because of what Meek did. Meek did the most thorough thing in the situation. And I'm glad I'm from Philly, and the Philly Bull did the most thorough thing in this situation, right? Meek basically he didn't even make no video statement like on no back and forth internet stuff. He made a post, a story post, like, man, it's not that deep for me to go all the way in and make no video, but I'll make a story post letting you know I saw it. And he let him know he saw it, and he's like, you know, we do everything. You know, this is how I became the face of prison reform. What you forgot? You know what I'm saying? And I think that was respectable because it's like, he basically understood what he was saying. We do everything. Because, mind you, Meek has those songs that really hit, right? Like, let's go Other Side of America. Let's go Oodles and Noodles, Baby. Let's go 1942 Flows. Let's go, you know what I'm saying? Meek got them Jones. Meek got them records where we know he can hit that. We know he can hit that hierarchy of lyrical content. So I think really Meek, if anybody, understood exactly where D1 was going with this, like, you know what I'm saying? And they got so tied up into, it looked like guilt start coming out, like guilt got hit, like, yeah, I know really what's going on, but I need to feed my fam, so I gotta play these roles. I gotta get this money, like, you know what I'm saying? And instead of Meek getting mad about it, he like, yeah, nigga, we do everything, and that's the realest. That's what being real. I feel like that's what being spiritual woke really is. It's like you're not running away from what your demons are. You know them, and you accept them. You sit with them, drink liquor. I just passed the L to my mans the other day because I knew what I did was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I know my intentions is right, and that's something that I honestly feel like is missing between these other two parties. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of the bulls that speak on names, so we not going to do that. But I just want to speak on the Philliness and the thoroughness to the people that come out of this city, that we really do have a mindset that we are who we are, bro. And it's like, if that's not, you don't like it, oh well, bro. So what? You know what I'm saying? And that's thorough. That's real. That's real. So shout out to Meek for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Meek Mill for really being the thoroughest person in this situation. And even Joe Budden, I feel like, went out bad in the sense of, like, you telling me clout chase. Bro, he don't need no clout. He got his own fan base. What do you need? He don't need no clout, bro. Like, that was wilding. That was wilding to make D1 seem like a clout chaser. I don't think he did it for clout. And he said his first song when he came out, he was rapping since 2008, 2009, something crazy like that. And he actually dropped a post where he did a song about Jay-Z, 50, and somebody else, you know, supposedly like the three goats of the East Coast. And that was like his first song back in the day. So he been on his wave for real. Like, he been on the wave of like, yo, lyrical content, bro. Y'all, like, can we not all really stamp something new, stamp something different? And I feel like everybody, like, it's so many artists like Free Soul. Shout out to Free Soul. Shout out to AJ McQueen. Shout out to Lil Russell. It's so many artists that's really on this wave. They hot. Like, they sizzling in the streets. Like, they sizzling, but they not talking about the normal of what we would deem hot. You know, what we would deem lit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the purest part about this. And that's what I say, that line been drawn in the sand, right? That line been drawn, like, where it's like, yo, this what we doing over here. If y'all doing that over here, all right, go ahead. We got something else going over here. And I just want to make that known. You know what I'm saying? The mic stand on that side. The mic stand on the side of righteousness. The mic stand on really amplifying the culture, bruh. You know what I'm saying? We not just trying to impact the culture. We not just trying to make everybody wear skinny jeans. Like, that's not, no. You know what I'm saying? We try and get people in a wave of buying houses, get people in a wave of understanding NFTs, understanding the marketplace, and really get into a bag and not having to feel like they got to be a Jay-Z, feel like they got to be a Beyonce to really run it up. You can be a normal person and still run it up. It's okay to be a normal person and run it up. Like, that's normal. Like, it's average Joe Blows every day finding new innovative technologies, new innovative businesses, and becoming wealthy. Maybe not rich, like, you know, millions and billions of dollars, but they become wealthy and able to take care of their family. I'm grateful for myself and to have the sponsors and the partnerships that I have, so I'm able to get these gigs and take care of my family and do what I do. Like, I'm happy. I got freedom. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could just jump on. If I want to do an episode, I do an episode. Want to get a guest, I get a guest. You know what I'm saying? And even to the point where I am starting to build these powerful. Let me get another air horn for that. These powerful relationships, man. These powerful partnerships, man, that really and genuinely mean a lot to me, because I genuinely believe in these people can do something great. And I feel like they really believe the same about me and what I'm bringing to the table. We gonna keep it rolling. But before I do, I definitely want to celebrate my guy, my partner, I Am Young Hitter, you know what I mean, on Hit Nation Empire. We are now going to be not just a radio station, but a TV station as well. Huh? What? Let's go.
Damn, DJ JSO.
You see what we doing, man? You know, you already know who's there. I am the program and director. So if you're looking to get started a TV show, you're looking to start a radio show, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm doing. Look, come get like your kids, start a radio show, start a TV show, be a part of the movement. Bigger together, stronger than ever. Let's go. You already know what we're doing. And so, as I keep it rolling, I'm going to keep it rolling. We're going to get straight into the next topic. So, D1 not the only one who's been really pushing the narrative of a positive message and really putting a foot down, drawing a line in the sand when it comes to what music you really should be listening to, what music should really be popping, what should really be charting. And his name is Phase One. It's crazy because I actually did an article about him. Make sure you go check it out. Check out the site, www.mike.live/news. Go to it, check out the article, see what's written about him. Supposedly, maybe he is, maybe he not. Blackballed has been thrown in the air. I don't know. You go read the article, find out for yourself. But outside of that, what's important is he's been talking a lot about lyrical content, even lyrical content within his own music. He still curse. You know what I'm saying? Still say blick and all. But you got to really listen to the context in which these things, in which these words are used. See, words are powerful. And that's the one thing we've learned, especially when it comes to words like my nigga, where you don't want your white friend to say that, but you like, it's cool when you say it. But honestly, how powerful is that word that we don't feel comfortable if somebody that we call a friend say it just because they got a different skin tone? So like these the real concept, the real psychological damage that we don't really tap into to really try to uncover the truth about that we should, man. And listen, when I say amplify the culture, this is the topics that I always really wanted to talk about because as it relates to music. But I guess for me, I don't know if it was fear, maybe a little bit of fear. Maybe like, oh, they're not going to like the show if I'm being like a revolutionary. But it don't matter. This is my lane. You know what I'm saying? We amplify the culture and we going to do it in its purest form, bro. In its purest form. And I'm glad I took the breaks I needed to become balanced within myself and to know what my purpose was and how I needed to use my platform to elevate people like CSW, who also on that wave of making lyrical content that's lit. But I also got these songs that not just get you lit, but elevate your spirit. Like we really vibing high for real. Like no, we ain't got no weed, we ain't got no lick, but we vibing high. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That.
I'm getting back to myself.
You know what I'm saying? We getting back to ourselves out this joint. You gotta be 100% and ready to understand and know yourself. And Phase One preaches a lot about that. He goes live all the time. So definitely check out his album too. He actually dropped a couple different albums. The most recent one that I really love, I like Michael. I like Sound of the Lamb or something like that. Excuse me if I don't remember exact names, but if you go to his profile, you'll see it. It's like he dropped like 3 albums in this year in 2023. It's crazy. So he really working. He outside of just preaching, like he's still dropping music and all that. Like it's crazy how he can elevate himself, be on social media platforms, all of that, and drop a whole bunch of music. One of the things that did come up recently too was a petition to protect Black art, right? Meaning these courts cannot use lyrical content, rappers' lyrical content to pretty much book you. Like they can't use this information to arrest you or use it in a case, right? And I think that's dope. But the reason they doing it is for the benefit of YSL, right? At least that's the push behind it. It's like help Thugger out, you know, like, and it's like that same person. And this is where I don't want to hold no punches. I want to be real. We want to be all the way real. This is the same person that said, hey, keep the politics and, you know, like that's for the critics and all that. You know what I'm saying? We out here, we getting this money. We iced up, baby. You know what I mean? I don't care about none of that. You know, and meanwhile, this was a question as it relates to police killing Black men. And, you know, at least you ain't die, bro. I mean, they ain't shoot you. They arrested you. So at least it seemed like they did their job in this way. But don't go getting mad at me for keeping it a bean. But no, outside of that, man, like I definitely do believe in, you know, supporting protecting Black art and them not being able to criminalize, you know, lyrics. I absolutely believe in that movement, but let's do it for the purpose of actually protecting Black art and not to decriminalize somebody who publicly represented that same thing. You know what I'm saying? So moving on. You know what I'm saying? Drake dropped a new album. And apparently people are not liking it. They're not liking it. They're not liking Drake's album. Apparently, again, that line in the sand been drawn, and I guess the lyrical content or maybe the songs is just not. It hasn't been hitting. But it's crazy because it's still charted. It's funny how you'll see on social media it'll get all types of bad reviews and then still chart at like number 1. So is y'all seeing what's going on? Is y'all seeing it?
Catalyst, we amplify.
I gotta see what's going on, man. So Trippie Redd also dropped the album, and it's just strange that it happened to be called St. Michael. It features chains and crimson red blood. I mean, these things is like crazy. It's like these symbolic things keep coming up, and I wonder if people actually knows what's going on. And it's actually wild that just a month earlier, Phase One dropped his own album, called Michael. So, without the Saint. Things to think about, right? So, outside of that, you know, Meek Mill and Ross also dropped the album. And as I said, I am from Philly, so I am a fan. I have always been a fan of Meek Mill. I'm not going to lie. Since before I'm a boss, since the We Run the Streets mixtapes. You know, we watched them freestyles. We watched, you know, we was on YouTube heavy back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So, we seen the growth. And you know what I'm saying? We seen the grind. We seen him come out the mud. You know, everybody talk about the nappy braids and all that. He talks about the nappy braids and all that. So we already know what's going on there. But ideally, I want to say personally, I definitely expected a little bit more from the album. It was like 2 songs. Honestly, Vori, I want to say, Vori is like the prince of motherfucking Dream Chasers right now, bro. I swear to you, like, bro, his sound could change the fucking world, bro. Shout out to Vori, man. You know what I'm saying? Dream Chasers definitely doing their thing. He definitely got an eye. Whoever he got in the A&R, if it's DJ Different still the main A&R, I don't know. But whoever it is, they definitely got an eye for this, and they finding some gems. But y'all gotta use them. That's the whole thing. That's what we getting on, bro. If we can use these artists that just got this sound, bro, to use it to elevate the culture, to truly be a catalyst. You know what I'm saying? We can do something different. We can really, really make some true changes. And it ain't no television. It will not be televised. You know what I'm saying? So it was, like I said, it was a couple songs that really just, they bop. Not gonna lie. But overall, the body of work, I really expected more. I really do. But that's just me. You don't gotta care about my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Moving on, Mary Fontaine. Shout out my guy, Mary Fontaine. Let's go. See, my man Mary Fontaine been tapped in with us for a minute. Also somebody who knows how to stir the pot when it comes to lyrical content. You know, he had a little fallout back last year with Cardi B. Not necessarily a fallout. It was like, you know, she made the Up in the Stuck song, and he had his Up in the Stuck song, and his joint came out first, and he was like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I ain't get no credit like for the Up and it's Stuck, and it's up and it's stuck then. But he just dropped a new album. He on the new things, better things. You know, the music never stops. These artists got to keep it rolling. They got to keep it coming in. And Mary Fontaine just, you know, basically after everything that's going on, he drops an album called Clowns Don't Cry. Damn. Clowns Don't Cry. Man, check it out, man. He actually got a single on there. Y'all know I'm on my Philly-ish. You know what I'm saying? Core got a he actually has a single on there featuring Core on the album Clowns Don't Cry. Make sure you check it out. I checked it out, man. It's a banger. I gotta say. But y'all know me. I don't reveal too much because I want you to go tap in. You feel me?
Catalyst.
You know what I'm saying?
Amplify
the culture, baby. You gotta go amplify the culture. You gotta go tap in with these people. Give them a follow. Support. It is free. Make sure y'all subscribing to the channel. Make sure y'all dropping a comment. Make sure y'all give me a like. Outside of that, man, y'all already know it's a lot going on. Between, you know, religion, war, you know, citizen status. It's a lot of knowledge, misinformation. It's a lot going on. So I advise you all, man, to study, stay vigilant, stay on your toes, stay 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? If you doing something and you know it's right, and you know this gonna take me to the next level, this gonna take me to my highest level, stay on it. Don't quit. You already know what we doing, man. You're locked in with your guy DJ JSO for another episode of the Mike XM. Peace out.
Damn, DJ JSO.